That's the easy bit. Whether you sell machines, supplies, services, getting the order from your overseas supplier is easy compared with what comes next. We're assuming here that you're already on top of the technical part of the process. You know how to make the goods, package them and ship them. The really big risk you face is getting paid. That can be hard enough if you're here in the UK. If your debtor is overseas, well, that can be a nightmare. Look, we all understand that negotiations are held in good faith. But regardless of how many I's we dot or T's we cross, there are hosts of pitfalls awaiting the unwary. For example, are the goods as ordered? Were they shipped on time? Who covers insurance? And from what point in the process? Are there licenses required? Permits, duties, freight costs? The list is endless. But don't worry, the bankers have your back. Over the centuries, a system for international trade has been developed. This is designed to make sure that both the buyer and the seller are protected. The buyer gets the goods he needs, and the seller gets paid in full what is owed on time. We've taken the framework we use for everyday financing and applied it to international trade. Working with our international network of factoring companies, we've torn up the old rulebook to provide you with an export overdraft, a facility that ensures you get paid without wrapping you up in the tangle of international documentary credits. Using export overdraft couldn't be simpler. Just as with our spot factoring product, you simply request a credit limit through our online portal. We will obtain the credit limit from our international correspondent, who will also provide us with the wording in the buyer's own language that you will need to add to your invoice. Then you ship, just as you would do with a domestic customer. Yes, it really is that simple. As soon as you provide us with a proof of delivery, we will verify the debt and advance an agreed percentage to you, usually the same day. Our international partner can, if requested, also act as your agent to collect the debt if you want him to. Doesn't have to. When the debt is paid by your customer, we will deduct our fee and rebate the balance to you in exactly the same way that we would if the customer was in the UK. But what if the customer doesn't pay? No problem. As long as a credit limit has been obtained through the system and you can prove that you shipped the goods, then our correspondent, which is usually a major overseas bank, guarantees payment as soon as the debt goes 90 days overdue. Of course, most deals are straightforward and the customer pays without problem. But export overdraft means that you can be assured that you will get paid and that you don't have to worry about the paraphernalia of letters of credit, bills of lading and so on. Leave that to the big boys and let's get down to business.